The Navy's silent service just got a little louder. Another nuclear powered submarine was spotted off the coast of Australia, and it's sending a clear message. On July 27th, the USS Ohio surfaced near Brisbane, Australia for a scheduled visit. The port served as a major U.S. submarine hub during World War II, but the Ohio's visit marked the first time a submarine of that class ever pulled into Brisbane's waters. The submarine's arrival in Brisbane also coincides with the upcoming 80th anniversary of Victory in the Pacific Day, which of course marks the end of hostilities in the Pacific Theater during World War II. While in port, the Ohio will host tours for distinguished visitors and local leaders. Navy calls it a historic visit, one only made possible with the support of the Frank Cable, a U.S. submarine tender that helps resupply subs when they're forward deployed. And here's where the story gets pretty interesting, because the Navy is usually pretty tight-lipped about announcing the whereabouts of its guided missile submarines. There are only 4 of them in existence, so the fact the service put out a press release about the occasion is somewhat notable. The USS Ohio wasn't just the first of the Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines to be built, it was also the first of 4 to be converted into a guided missile submarine. Instead of carrying the nuclear-armed Trident ballistic missiles in its 22 launch tubes, those tubes were converted to carry up to 7 Tomahawks apiece, or be used for other things like lockout chambers for Navy SEALs leaving for or returning from covert missions. Put it all together, and the Ohio-class guided missile subs can carry more than 12 dozen Tomahawk cruise missiles and still have room left over for special operation forces, along with their weapons and equipment. It's why the Navy says even with 30 years of service under its belt, the USS Ohio is just as relevant today to national defense as it ever was, especially given current events in the Indo-Pacific, where the People's Republic of China and its Communist Party want to assert more dominance in the region, often at the expense of U.S. allies. Because of that increase in Chinese aggression, we're seeing a more robust U.S. submarine presence in the Pacific. At Straight Arrow News, we just reported on the Navy redeploying a second fast attack sub to the region in just under a month, and now we have this story about one of 4 guided missile submarines making a historic stop in Brisbane. And this is all in addition to the AUKUS agreement, which will see the US and UK helping Australia get its own nuclear-powered submarine program up and running. It's all layers of the same message to America's adversaries, which is the US Navy's silent service can sail pretty much wherever it wants, whenever it wants. Those boats have multiple ways of dealing freedom to oppressive regimes, and the US has plenty of friends in the region ready to give a hand if needed. For more reporting like this, download the Straight Arrow News app today.